Welcome.
Was that intentional?
Was what intentional? You mean this?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got our friend the Genie here tonight. If you move just slightly, you'll actually.
Hello.
What's that?
Hello.
Hey, Chris, how's it going tonight? BDF is out there. Mary's out there. Nice to see you guys joining us right off the bat. Welcome to the WDWpov live stream show, where this is now August 23rd. August 23rd. I am Jeff.
Marcus.
That's it. He's just Marcus. Is that it? You're just Marcus? Okay. Well, welcome to the show. We are excited.
Is the Genie our friend? I don't think so anymore.
That's one of the questions we're going to be trying to answer tonight. Now, I'm going to try and keep an open mind about it. I'm not going to necessarily say that about this guy over here, but I'm going to try and keep an open mind about it as we talk about it. But we're going to talk about, there were a lot of things that happened this last week at Disney. It seemed like as soon as one story,
one negative story for people to complain about, the next one happened.
Yeah.
And then after that was over, the next one happened.
Yeah, it was like, let's just put one right after another, or not even necessarily negative, but just one story after another that would distract you from the previous story. I don't know. Was that intentional, Disney? I don't know. You guys have some pretty good marketing.
The announcement
people.
of Genie and Genie Plus, that was 4 or 5 days ago.
So you're saying since it was 4 or 5 days ago that it doesn't matter?
Holly watched an ad, so we got 0.02 cents.
All right, Holly, watching us on
Disney
YouTube.
keeps breaking stories so they can't linger on a story too long.
Exactly. I think the government
Let's
does
talk
that too.
about the wave. That makes me annoyed. Mary, the wave being gotten rid of, that was 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter anymore. That's old news now. Anyway, again, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. We are going to talk about
Greetings from the Jersey
Shore, and that's from the Jersey Shore. And I'll do this right now because I am thirsty. So let's do it right now. Gaston. Thank you very much.
You can be annoyed if you want, but no, you can't. It was 4 or 5 days ago.
Yes, 4 or 5 days ago. It doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter.
I always get why this is so hard for them to understand.
I don't get it. So welcome to the show, August 23rd. I'm glad to see you here. And if you're watching us on a replay,
there's enough steakhouses. They should have left the wave alone.
I think we're talking about the wave first. It sounds like.
Yeah, the audience is determined.
I think the audience is determined.
We got to discuss that too, apparently.
Yes,
I didn't know that was a topic.
It is a topic. I have several topics. We're going to go through several topics, all related to things that happened this last week, and then we will hit the giant gorilla in the room topic.
What?
The gorilla in the room, the genie in the room. How's that? We'll talk about the genie in the room topic.
I don't know what you're even saying at this point.
It's a saying. People say the elephant in the room, the gorilla in the room.
I've never heard the gorilla in the room.
Well, here's what it means. It's the same as the elephant.
I've heard the elephant one. I've never heard gorilla.
I've heard it used. I've heard gorilla used.
You've heard it both ways.
I've heard it both ways, just like Michael Scott would say.
It's also Princess Suite, my favorite.
Yes, your favorite topic.
Where are the movies with the strong male leads that aren't dirtbags?
There aren't too many of them, but it's
The Emperor's New Groove is at least one of them.
He started out as a dirtbag.
Well, you got Pacha. He was at least good the entire time.
That's right.
No gorillas, please. Jeff is making stuff up. Yes.
I am not. I've heard that used before, but elephant in the room is more common. Okay. No gorillas. No gorillas. And I saw Katie out there. Hi, Katie. How are you? So
we got to get to a topic.
We are going to get to a topic. The wave.
That is not a V. That is a Y.
It's a V. It's a V. That's a V. WAVE. The wave. These are my professional topic notes right there.
That is a Y.
It's hard to see on the screen, but
yeah, especially since I'm covering up the other topics.
Yeah. says T9. It looks like T9 is out there. Hi, T9.
That is a Y.
It is a V.
That is a
That's a
Y.
V. V. Elephants are our friends, BDF.
Don't
Elephants
pick on them.
are
It's not
our
like we were
friends.
picking on them.
I don't know why they say elephant in the room just because you've got this large thing in the room.
Also, again, that was a Y, not a V.
It's a V.
It's a Y.
And if people ignore it, I mean, it's like, it's obviously there. You have to talk about it. That's where the saying comes from. You get it? Okay.
Sure.
So lots of things happened this last week. Okay, let's start with the wave. We'll start with the wave.
Okay.
Now, a month or so ago, they closed it down, said they were going to do some remodeling in time for the 50th anniversary. And at the time, I did hear one rumor or two that said they were going to change it to Steakhouse 71. First off, that name.
That is the most generic name you could ever think of.
How unoriginal, Disney. How unoriginal can you get?
They lied, yeah. Based on the original statement,
Yes.
we're remodeling it
There were
for
rumors.
the 50th.
Exactly.
We're not changing it. We're remodeling it.
But then they actually had some big name, insiders said, nope. I got the scoop. They're not changing the name. They said for sure it's going to stay the wave. They might remodel it, maybe, do a little twist on the wave theme, which honestly, in my opinion, the inside, the entranceway to the
They
wave.
could have done better with the name. Like,
anything. Could have picked anything. Any other name would have been better. How about
well, we know what
Ponderosa? Let's call it Ponderosa.
We know what the 71 is for.
Yes, Steakhouse 71.
Oh, Mary's watching a commercial on YouTube. You maybe we'll get 2 cents.
Or 0.2 cents, one or the other. Thank you, though. But yeah, okay, Steakhouse 71. You know what else it reminds me of?
They better have the bread. They better have not just steak.
The bread they've got to have. If they don't
better have not just steak.
Well, they can't. If they don't they got to have other stuff other than just steak.
Because I'm not going to get the steak there, which seems counterintuitive to a steakhouse, even if if we go there.
Mary brings up they had some great bread for,
I don't care what it's called. I just want the crab cakes, the bread, and many other menu items. Well, what is the likelihood of a steakhouse having crab cakes?
They could. There's steakhouses that have crab cakes. But here's the thing: the kicker for me is the pork belly, poached egg, buttered grits combo that they had as an appetizer.
Steve watched one on his phone too, so he just got you 2 cents.
We are in the money tonight. We are just going to be loaded.
Yeah, if they're
with cash.
changing it, it'll most likely all be completely different.
They better not. It got to bring the pork belly. Remember that pork belly?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this thing like melted in your mouth.
What are you doing here?
Oh, now my wife's coming in here. What's going on? She's standing over here, just giving me the eye, smiling.
Giving you the eye and smiling.
Yeah, you're giving me the eye and smiling.
I didn't do my hair.
Oh, are you popping in?
I'm just going to say hi.
We're being graced by my wife's presence here for a minute. Yes, we're not doing a Disney couples podcast. Just very busy, very busy.
Well, the truth is, I'm exhausted.
Yes, my wife has been really, really busy. Callum's out
Can't
there.
beat a good.
Okay.
He's been there.
See, I didn't
I
do
missed him earlier.
I think
My
you
hair's
said
a
hi to him
disaster.
already.
I don't think I did.
Okay, so here's what I have to
But if
say.
I did, I said
Can't beat a good
I
steak.
am
You
going
can.
to-
It's called pork belly.
What were you saying? Go ahead.
I am going to go foraging for real food.
You're going to go foraging for. We had sort of a
Good. Go check the sorghum tree or whatever it was that my brother
We
was
had a-
grabbing stems off of and chewing on.
What? Sorghum tree?
Whatever.
Oh,
it was.
thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Mary.
the one day they came over, he grabbed some and started chewing on
I
them.
missed.
Wait,
What did
who
Mary
has an
say?
announcement?
You.
Oh, Disney released
But-
more breaking news. Yeah, they made it so unaffordable that none of us can afford to go anymore.
Wait. Are you saying? Okay, like I said, I'm trying to be very neutral about this. about what's going on with Disney.
Stop with the eyes.
No, I'm being very neutral. I'm being very neutral about what I think Disney is doing. Oh, wait, how did that get there? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That just popped up by mistake. I'm sorry.
I look clean shaven. Well, I'm not. There's like a.
You know what? It's the no braces.
I look
Smile. Show them no braces.
No braces. No braces. Look at that smile.
Also, I'm not clean shaven. There's like the spirits,
Disney
the essence
heard you
of a
made the last payment on the braces.
That's not an announcement. We all know that. Bob Paycheck. Bob Paycheck.
Bob Paycheck.
Oh,
I think you got that name a little mixed up, Holly.
Bob Paycheck, aka.
So will you stop that? That's not very nice.
That just it's popping up by accident. I didn't mean for that to come up. It just popped up on its own.
To me, I have to tell you something really important.
Oh, she has to tell me something really important. Okay, whisper it so nobody can hear.
No, I could say it out loud.
Okay. Go ahead.
More clean shaven than before. Okay.
Disney does not make more money.
Wait.
If they don't make more money, they have to make money. You know that.
Yes. Every business has to make money. I get it. And that's why I'm trying to be neutral on this.
And if they don't make more money.
But Holly likes Scrooge.
If they don't make more money, the top tier will be unhappy.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You know what? We still
and we have to keep them happy. It doesn't matter if the cast members make more money.
As long as the C-level people, CEO, CFO, COO, and the share and the board.
Almost every time a company offers a good or service for free, somehow when they take it away and force you to pay for it, that good or service that was free is now worse when you have to pay for it.
Good or service?
Good or service.
Goods or service. Goods or service. Okay, I got you. Anyway, but I'm being neutral about this, so please don't read anything into it. Don't read anything into my
more Uncle Scrooge McDuck. Yes.
Anyway, so we're talking about.
I like that new nickname that Holly came up with.
I like that.
Great.
Yeah, Bob Paycheck.
Well, honestly, let's be serious.
No, I'm being serious.
We're being serious.
We're talking about the wave first.
Okay, so
we did talk about the wave.
I know, but we didn't finish.
The show's never going to end.
Pork belly.
The show's never
pork
going
belly.
to end.
What is pork belly?
The appetizer, the pork belly poached egg buttered grits appetizer that they have during dinner.
According to weird hipster millennials, it's literally just crappy bacon.
No. Yeah, we've been to some restaurants where they try to pass off pork belly as bacon, just regular bacon.
No. You're saying they try to pass off pork belly as
they tried to pass off
regular bacon as pork belly. I'm sorry, I meant that. Switch it around.
You heard good ER too? Gooder.
Oh, gooder too. Yes, we heard gooder.
Okay, so let's get back to the really important thing. Marcus got his braces off.
Wait, he's a shareholder. They cut the dividend to 0, so I don't even use the dividend.
Okay, so Marcus got his braces off.
Yes.
He is the last child that we will have in braces. Yes. The other one says no. He won't even.
I don't think he could do it.
Maybe someday.
I don't think.
No, I don't. Wow.
Maybe. Just maybe.
You never saw how I was acting when I had.
And Disney, who has direct access to our bank account, obviously, realized
it's my direct deposit
that we didn't have that money being.
That's right.
Being taken out.
So now they know we can afford to do Genie Plus and Genie Plus and Genie Squared and.
Yeah, but see, the beauty of a Genie was that you didn't have to pay anything.
Well, okay. Genie,
we're done with the way.
You don't have to pay for Genie. You don't even have to pay for Genie Plus because you don't have get it. But if you want, we're getting to
that. That logic doesn't hold up.
You're skipping ahead.
I'm sorry.
You're skipping ahead.
I will leave.
No,
I will leave.
I like when you're here. That's good.
I'm not feeling good.
Oh, okay, she's not feeling good.
No,
so
I have my neck. It have a crick in my neck.
She has a crick in her neck.
A crick in my
crick.
Well, 10,000 years on the couch will do that to you.
10,000 years
on the couch.
on the couch.
Was I on the couch for 10,000 years?
It feels like it sometimes.
We're having fun tonight.
Genie Plus is optional and not mandatory.
That's right.
But
That's what I'm
for the
telling
people who actually get
Guess
it,
what?
this-
Disney is optional, not mandatory too. and I have
But
in my
for the people who
lifetime
actually
witnessed this
get it-
several times. Disney gets too big for their britches. They start charging for everything. The service goes downhill while they start charging more, and then less people start to go, and they lose money.
They
and-
make less money.
And they make less money, and then they say, something we're doing isn't working.
No. Then what you have to do is you raise prices to make up for the lost money.
Because those suckers that we're paying anyway will still come.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
At the rate
Oh, I'm
Disney is
sorry.
going-
I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
At the rate Disney is going, they'll be almost like paying for a college degree to go.
I think they already do that.
I think
to
we
some
paid
degree.
we paid more than a few college degrees to Disney
I
over the
think
years.
Disney already does that.
Okay.
It's called the college program.
The wave. Here,
You're stuck on the wave.
Steakhouse 71. What kind? Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you remember Match Game? They had Match Game 75, Match Game 76.
Well, this is just
Match
gonna be
Game
71.
77.
You know what it reminds me
But
of?
it reminds me of that.
Wait,
It
you know what it
sounds
reminds me
stupid.
of?
What?
That stupid steakhouse in Disney Springs called STK.
That's
Just
it. That
remember
too.
this though.
A
The
kiss
people
is
who
still a
named
kiss.
The people who named it make more money than you do.
They do.
They do.
But whoever was in that
Yes, and they were
marketing
probably hipster
decision.
millennials that have no business sense whatsoever.
So we have another steakhouse. Okay, great.
They
We
are
have another
hoping that this
steakhouse.
thins out the crowds. Well, that makes them less money.
Not necessarily if they have people paying more money, less people, but more money. So,
But more people, more money is more money.
more money, more
Mhm.
problems. More money, more problems.
I can't deal with this.
Okay. I think we're done with the wave.
We
However,
have been done with the wave.
we were lied to, in my opinion, because it was like
The
they were
announcement
going
was
to-
we're remodeling,
we're
it
remodeling
in time for.
in time for the
Not
50th.
we're changing it.
I think the entranceway was great. I think the bar area was
Us
great.
seasoned people don't need Genie Plus. Let them sell it to the unsuspecting families who don't
True.
go to Disney all the time.
Well, people that
No
Genie
less
Plus
time in line
is
more
going
money,
to be
and more
more. I
customer
think it's
sat-
going to help people, like she said, more people that are there less often
Yeah, but here's the thing.
and want to make sure they ride certain
Here's
rides.
what we're watching this on Facebook. People are getting tired of being attached to their phones all the time, so they're disconnecting from
Yeah.
social media. And when they go on vacation, I know people who have left their phones at home
Mhm.
to totally disconnect.
Yeah.
And Disney is saying, no, we want you to stay more connected. People don't want that in vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's what I hate about apps that are required for specific
Yes.
experiences.
people,
Like sometimes it can enhance it, but when Galaxy's Edge is nothing but a couple attractions and then you go to the phone app to actually get the real experience, that's not even that great. It's not.
And the other thing that you're not going to hear in our group or any of the other groups.
Did you see that the video
but
was the
people
most
are
thumbs down video?
saying on
I was going to
social
mention that
I've seen this a lot with
How
companies
come
recently.
nobody is listening.
I am
Because you only are in your echo chamber
No,
hearing
no.
other Disney things.
No, go ahead.
What
go ahead.
people are
Go ahead.
saying
Yeah,
is,
go ahead. Yes. Patrick's here.
hi, Patrick.
Go ahead. What?
No, what people are saying is that, okay, so they want to disconnect from their phone and they don't want to plan every moment of their vacation out.
Yeah.
Will you put your phones down?
No, I'm pretending I'm at Disney right
What
now.
are you talking
And
about?
the only people who like these type of things are the people who do social media. You know, who are taking pictures for a
Well-
blog, or the average person does not want to be connected to their phone on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, ask the people watching, do they want to be connected to their phone on vacation? You aren't even funny. They don't-
People watching, would you rather be connected to your phone or have fun at Disney?
or have fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing a show. I'm sorry.
That's how they get you. They force you to use your phone all day, and then they sell the portable recharge things.
Who did they poll? John Sakari says that they
polled people, and they want to use their phone. But who are they
polling? They're polling people who.
That's about as reliable. Wait, that's about as reliable as any major news corporation's polls.
BDF wants to do both. Can we do both? I think we can do both.
Yeah, well, but they're polling. They're polling.
Mary said they didn't poll her.
Yeah, but they're polling the people who are really connected to that.
No on phone, yes on phone.
Yes,
again, that's
so it seems like we've got a good mix here.
It's as credible as any major news corporation's polls that they show.
That's right. I think our polling data here shows it's a good mix of people who want to be on their phone, want to have fun, or want to do both.
But I don't want the entire experience of an area to be tied completely to a stupid app that doesn't even enhance it that much.
You really ran this off the rails because we had this topic, and then we were going to talk
even
about
the people watching are still Disney people.
Yeah.
And they also stopped caring about the wave already.
A Disney person is going to say, this isn't enjoyable. I will do something else for vacation.
But they say the app is supposed to streamline your time at Disney to make things even better.
Now,
we all know the great job they've done with electronics in the past.
Whatever attraction. You have the option to use your phone to track
Chris gets a survey,
but it's not
every 2
required. So you can still get the interactive experience, but the phone app, using your phone is not required.
Is that a D23 type quiz or survey, or is that a different type of survey, Chris? Just curious. BDF says, I want to be informed when the standby line is a very low. And that, okay, you really have just derailed the whole show because we were going to talk about these other things first and then get into that. Let me just say one more thing about the wave.
I'm leaving.
No.
No, I'm leaving.
I know you weren't feeling good.
I have a headache.
Well, then why are you here?
I don't know. Why am I here?
The wave.
This is
turning in shareholders survey.
Turning into steakhouse. Okay, that makes sense. Turning into Steakhouse 71. Isn't it? Somebody had mentioned this on our group this last week. Isn't it weird the timing of all this? Where just a month ago they announced Steakhouse 55. Yes, original naming again. Steakhouse 55 at Disneyland is closed. Closed permanently. Boom, gone. So then now we open a Steakhouse 71 at where the wave used to be.
T9 says she's never gotten a random survey.
She's been surveyed in the parks and after I returned from a trip, but that's it. Okay. Yeah, shareholders. Yes, shareholders.
Okay, and Mary says we're shareholders. Where's my survey? So
yeah,
and if
it's too much change at once, well, that's why they're announcing it every day, 2 days.
Polling shareholders, you're not dragging in the person that you want to have come.
Well, that I might actually argue with you a little bit on. The person that you want to come is the person that's going in business standpoint. The person you want is the person who has the money. I mean, I'm just saying, bottom line. The person you want is the person who has money. And
but only
for a second I thought he was going to say was the person who's not currently a fan of.
You're not tapping
because way too many businesses do that.
A new group.
That's my biggest problem though, because once they start catering to the outsiders that are not fans of something currently, they alienate the current fans.
I mean, and that's not to say that, there are a lot of people who are not rich. I mean, we're not rich. We're middle class.
We're well off.
And at this point, we're middle class unemployed. So, I mean,
you know, mention that.
So
most DVC wants Genie free too. Genie or Genie Plus?
Genie or Genie Plus. Yeah, Genie is free.
She wants Genie Plus. I think she's saying they want
Genie free.
Free. They want to get it for free because they're DVC.
Or do they want Genie to be free?
Wait.
Genie is stuck in
Genie to be free.
So do you have to rub your phone and say something?
Wait. Genie.
Oh, she was talking about Plus to be free.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So BDF,
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
same thing. I mean, you know, not rich folks, but you know, we save up what we can, and we make our trips. You know, multiple
DVC
trips.
doesn't want to pay for Disney Plus. Well,
yeah, multiple trips per year, many times.
No,
and we're just, you know, we skimp
trips per year.
We have for many years gone multiple times in the same year, sometimes lots. When we were annual pass members,
1 year.
That one year, we went like 9 times.
I don't, Mary, because I don't check your.
And we live in Ohio.
Billing and expenses and whatnot.
Maybe you hacked into her credit card so you know how much she's paying.
Well, I'd be committing credit card fraud by now, wouldn't I?
Wait, no. Okay, so the line in the movie is about Genie being free.
They want less people in the parks to spend more money, but they can control that once you're up.
But they can control that once you're up. You can come back into this country. I'm not sure exactly what that all meant, but yeah, they could give DVC, you know, Genie.
But you see, here's the problem with Genie Plus. Quick, ask me for something outrageous. A slot on Rise of the Resistance.
No.
Genie, give me a slot on Rise of the Resistance.
No way.
So you are free. You're free. You don't have to give me the wishes anymore.
But you're still paying for me.
So yeah, you know.
So who's the sucker now?
Okay. It was wonderful seeing you all.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry I derailed the show.
You completely derailed the show. We're gonna, but yeah. So here we are with, you know, the Genie. There's Genie. There's Genie Plus. There's Lightning. The Lightning line.
What?
That's the new thing instead of a Fast Pass Plus now. To get into a faster line. Yeah, it's Lightning McQueen, the icon for the Lightning lane. I don't know, it could be. So yeah, there's all kind of changes happening all of a sudden. I'm going to try and bring it back. I'm going to bring it back for a second. Back to the Wave and the Steakhouse. No. So Steakhouse 55 closes. They open a thing called Steakhouse 71. Hello? Anyone in there? That didn't work over there. Why are we trying it again, except with a different year?
Maybe they're trying to convince the people from California to go to Florida because they can't go to Steakhouse 55 anymore. So now they have to go to Steakhouse 71 to get all their favorite things.
Got it. Okay, so I'm not happy about the Wave closing and being told that it was just being remodeled. You know, yeah, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Then we have the complete. And I'm, you know, I mean, we generally talk pretty positive about Disney. Me more than you. But the complete boondoggle of the NBA experience, tearing down Disney Quest, which in my opinion,
wait,
what?
You shouldn't buy DVC for perks.
Oh no, DVC isn't for. I mean, DVC is for DVC, yeah. So you can get rooms.
But well, hey,
and
the job isn't just about the pay. It's also about the perks. Like every year I get $100 gas card. Can't put a price tag on that.
Can't put a price on that, yeah. And so
yeah, the NBA experience, I can't.
So we got Disney Quest. We enjoy Disney Quest. Okay. We went there, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen or so times in the past number of years. You bumped. Yeah,
I bumped the Windows key.
Yeah. You're okay. Just click.
Once people from outside the country can come back to Disney, they won't be able to control the park crowds like they're trying to.
Yeah. Okay.
Genie, like text to speeches.
Yeah,
or speech to text.
Speech to text, whatever. Yeah, Genie.
Although whoever thought the NBA experience would make it was
dumb. It was just a bad idea.
Let's limit ourselves to literally this one sport that has been declining for years and has become a complete farce within the past 3 to 5 at least.
LeJean Brames.
Yeah.
LeJean Brames, I know.
That fish? Because have you seen how he flops?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that was just a bad idea. I don't know who what department, what marketing group said, hey, great idea. I got a great idea. Let's move and then let's tear down the Disney Quest. instead of maybe remodeling, refurbishing, bringing it up to date, making it even cooler than it is.
Like,
let's just tear the whole thing down and
like, get it out of the 90s at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, even in the 90s, it was still a pretty cool place.
I mean, what do you mean even in the 90s?
I mean, it was still like it was in the 90s.
Like, you could tell it was from the 90s. Like, the songs that they played were from all the 90s Disney movies.
Yeah. But who was the media guru who said, yeah, let's put an NBA experience in there?
What does an NBA experience even mean?
I don't know. I was never in there. And
I don't care what. I don't want to experience anything with the NBA ever.
And I know some people actually posted that they had were invited on like media trips, which we've done on occasion as well. We've been invited to some different types of things like that. And so on a media trip, they give you free passes to, this.
Well, if you get free passes to something, you have to say it's good. Otherwise, you never get free passes again.
Well, that's we did.
Which is the dark side of blogging.
It is. That's a bad thing. And we
like, companies will not give stuff out to people who actually criticize them.
Fortunately or unfortunately, we don't fall into that, because if we don't like something, we're going to say we don't like it. But there were several people online on Facebook who said they were invited to the NBA experience, got free passes, still didn't go. They just had no interest in going, even when it was free. So yeah, it was bad. That was bad. Less than a year, in and out, gone.
Now what are they going to convert it into?
I don't know.
Because there's just a giant building there doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is. You know what they should do?
They should throw some great arcade games in there from the 80s and the 90s. Maybe even some ones from more recently, from maybe the 2000s and 2010s.
Have like a retro area,
Maybe make exclusive attractions, like its own arcade thing that's a special movie that you play through.
Yeah.
Or even maybe like cool bumper cars almost, where you get to shoot stuff at people.
Yeah, like I could see.
And theme it after like the Toy Story. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear kind of thing.
That sounds like a great idea.
I think we got it.
Disney should hire us.
I think that's perfect. And I could see this like 3D, 4D type thing, interactive thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. This thing where it like comes down, you put it on, and it's almost like you're flying a magic carpet from Aladdin. Ooh,
here's this thing: you sit and you paddle like you're going on a jungle cruise. Almost.
Mary said she would go there. Doesn't that sound interesting?
COVID-19 was the demise of the NBA. I wouldn't even say that.
Well, I mean, okay, so
I would say the fact that it was an NBA experience was the demise of the NBA experience.
Yeah.
What a waste of money. Well, the NBA is a waste of money anyway.
COVID didn't help for sure, but it was more than that. It just was a bad idea.
The entirety of the NBA is a waste of money. Like, have you seen those guys? They get way overpaid.
See, we're getting all kind of people are saying they would go to what we just described. What would you call it though? Just if you had to come up with a name for a place like that had arcade games, video stuff.
Yeah, if it was COVID-19 that was going to kill it, they would have kept it open longer to at least see how well it would do.
Yeah, they would.
It wasn't the problem here.
Yeah, I mean, people were.
It was not the driving force. People did not want to go to it.
They just So what would you call that place? Disney,
something
like an adventure. Disney.
I think Disney-cade with a Q in it would be good.
Do we like Disney Arcade? Yeah. Disney-cade, but almost like an adventure type game, a ride or thing.
Quest.
A quest. Disney Quest. I think we got it. Okay.
That sounds more like an RPG to me.
Oh wow. So yeah, Disney Quest. We'll call it Disney Quest.
Honestly, there's already the Disney Final Fantasy crossover. Where's the Disney? Wait. There's already the Disney Final Fantasy crossover games. Where's the Disney Dragon Quest crossover games?
Right.
It's the same company.
Yeah, exactly. And Mary, you have just triggered it.
What is this mainstream?
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to bring up. Okay, so we've got NBA experience. We got the Wave, which
Steakhouse 71.
I mean, I'm not going to say the food.
Wait.
We'll try the food.
We got the NBA experience. Yeah.
We'll try the food at this new restaurant.
We got Genie Plus.
Well, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. We're still, up, down, left, right, whatever. We're gonna get into that more.
But guys, we're forgetting the key detail here. This was all 4 or 5 days ago. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, it's 4 or 5 days ago. It doesn't matter anymore. No, that we're going to. Yeah, the main. So we've had all these weird things going. There was the Disney Plus. Lightning thing was the first thing that was announced. And yeah, I think Mary mentioned it.
Well, this
in the
Main
comments.
Street DJ.
They had a YouTube video, which had it was 90% plus thumbs down on the video and about 10% thumbs up, which is pretty bad. I mean, that's awful.
Wait, what was that for again?
It was for the Genie announcement. It was a Genie
Well,
announcement. Anyway,
I've noticed with companies I actually pay attention to, every time they make a post about one particular franchise, it's obvious that people are not happy with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're just like, okay, when are you actually going to put good stuff out for this anymore?
See, BDF's okay, and that's a good opinion there. I'm not going to disagree with that. Thumbs up for Genie, thumbs down for Genie Plus. Now, Mary,
what are the actual perks to staying on property anymore? You can wake up at 7 in the morning to try and grab something.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to that. Jeez. Okay, no, this is weird. So it just gets weirder by the day. Okay. Oh, it looks like the thumbs up and thumbs down are even more now. I just looked at it earlier today.
And at least 90% of the thumbs up are probably bots that Disney paid for.
I'm surprised that
that's the other problem. I don't want to do that at 7 a.m.
I know.
And you're fighting with all the other people who are at the parks.
Everybody's going to be at 7 a.m. for
what do you mean
everything.
At 7 a.m.? They're going to be there at 5 in the morning.
Bringing their phones out.
No, they're going to be getting ready at 5.
But you can.
And then they're still not going to get ready.
You do it from your room.
Yeah, I know, but they're going to be waiting at 5 or something, and they're still not going to get anything.
Okay. Main Street DJ. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse. Main Street
could we have picked
DJ.
something less time period appropriate to put on Main Street?
Exactly. It had nothing to do theming wise at all.
Like you could have put
with Main Street USA. Nothing.
There is no perks to staying at property. If you're on a guest resort, you can't do it until park opens. Well, 7 a.m. to park open isn't really that much time either.
They have, you can get in a half hour early, I think, if you're, it's either if you're at the,
wow, what a perk.
If you're at one of the high-end resorts, or maybe it's all resorts. I know that there is a half hour you can get in early now thing, where they used to have extra magic hours, like 2 hours before or 2 hours after. Half hour. You get a half hour earlier.
That's what you get for all the money you're paying us.
Right.
But the DJ, we got to get back.
DJ, Main Street.
The most
DJ.
time period appropriate thing you could do.
So apparently, after the fireworks, instead of having the normal cast members that have either the light thingies, the little light ones, and they were directing traffic, directing people. Telling them, and then having more cast members that say, okay, if you're doing this, okay, go to the express monorail, go to the resort monorail, you might want to take the bus. That might be your best shot.
Thematically, isn't there like a fireman's band that they have?
Fireman's band?
Yeah.
Are you talking about,
or is that exclusive to Disneyland? No,
Disneyland and Disneyland and Disney World have, the guys in the red, the Philharmonic.
Honestly, if they had gotten them together to just sing it out for like the last 30 minutes,
you're talking about that's not the Philharmonic. They play music.
I mean, they'd be good either way.
You're talking about the four.
I mean, any of them.
The barbershop.
Any of them would have been better.
So they got this DJ on top of the railroad station area, with his little whatever, telling people how to get out of the park, where to go to.
Are we invalids?
And
what is my phone for then?
Playing completely unrelated music to anything related to Magic Kingdom, Main Street USA.
Well, that seems to be the way Disney's going anyway.
What?
Like you could have done remixes of the Main Street songs at least, but
I don't know.
Still would have been annoying.
I saw one little clip of this going on like a couple days ago that somebody posted. But here's the thing. Apparently apparently, I think it was Blog Mickey. They were there yesterday, and they were going to record this DJ guy. Now, he, I guess, had been there for 4 of the previous nights where they had fireworks. 4 or 5 days ago, so it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter.
Although he has been doing it for at least.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's been there like 4 or 5 nights after the fireworks show.
I know that Adventureland and Frontierland is west of Main Street, USA.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you don't want to go that way to get out, but you could.
What is today's news, Marcus? I don't know.
So
honestly,
Blog Mickey was going to record this guy.
I mean, it was
last night.
It was like 4 or 5 hours ago. It doesn't matter.
It was 4 or 5 hours ago. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So they were gonna record the guy last night. Apparently, what happened is they saw the guy setting up. They were going to ask him some questions or something, and the guy was setting up. The fireworks are getting ready to start, and apparently they just saw him. I guess a cast member or somebody came over to him, and he got up and left.
Listen, buddy, this isn't working out.
I think that.
By the way,
we're going in a different direction.
We're not picking up any of your options. You're part of an outplacement.
Yes, and by all accounts, it doesn't make any sense. So apparently the guy he up and left. I don't know whether he was fired, so today will sort of be the true telling point, I guess, to see if he's there tonight or not. So we'll find out more. But apparently last night he got the heave-ho. And
were people complaining about him after they had left the parks?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I think the only complaint was maybe Blog Mickey, because they wanted to record the guy so they could post something about it, and the guy ended up leaving and they didn't get to record him. And I guess what was said is that one of the things that might have been thrown out there was it might have been technical difficulties.
It sounds like it was a terrible idea. Hopefully it is done. Hopefully they never do it again.
Yes.
Because I don't want Main Street to feel like that whatsoever when I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
because I kind of want Main Street to, be like Main Street, and I'm immersed in that experience.
I mean, although let's think about this though. There are other things that happen on Main Street that have nothing to do with Main Street USA.
Yeah, and I don't agree with those either.
Those, those little parade things that they have, or the musical parades that, but they go through the entire park.
Yeah, so that's not just a DJ set up on the train station.
But it's just not this one lone
I don't
DJ.
think he really worked there. He was just a guest that was doing his thing. Yeah, he got his entire soundboard in. Yeah. Think about it. Disney doesn't have any other live entertainment. How did they let him do it 4 nights in a row?
And then you got.
Maybe there was a family emergency.
Could be.
But stand. Yeah, right. Like they let him do it repeatedly. They could have had people up there to stop him.
Here, let me bring my little soundboard in here with my,
I think security would have caught that.
Maybe. And the fact that he was up there blaring with a microphone, telling
like
people
someone would have gone after him before he got past 5 minutes of doing that the first night. The cast members just assumed he worked there. What about the people in charge of the other cast members?
Yeah, I like BDF's comment here too. Genie plus costs money, but exit plus doesn't.
Bob Paycheck didn't approve.
Bob Paycheck. You know what though, BDF? Maybe that's what they do. To get out of the park, you have to pay an extra fee to be.
He doesn't approve entertainment. Well, I wouldn't call that DJ entertainment.
I like that Bob Paycheck. That's going to stick in my head now.
Bob Paycheck Chapek.
But
that's his new nickname.
Bob Paycheck. Bob Paycheck. Yeah, Bob Paycheck. This thing keeps popping up. Why is this doing this?
Oh no.
There's some kind of a short circuit or something going on with our control panel here tonight. That Scrooge McDuck keeps popping up every time we're talking about Bob Paycheck or Chapek. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what else was there that happened this week? I think those were the main things, besides the Genie Plus, the laser line, lightning line. I call it the laser line. Let's call it whatever. Okay,
not like we're going to learn this new name anyway.
So let's jump to.
We're going to call it Fast Pass forever.
we could, but let's jump to Disney. You know, the fact that there are no more fast passes now.
I had ignored that and thought it was some kind of hoax. Ignored what exactly?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
She has to be a little bit more specific. We can't tell what she's talking about at this
Yes,
point.
please be more specific. Okay, so this has been a really
Ignored what?
crazy,
Be specific, Mary.
Be specific. Yes. So
The DJ thing.
yeah, I thought it was a hoax too. When I first heard it, I thought somebody's like, "Oh, it's got to be a joke. It's got to be a joke."
Well, with the way Disney's going, I can believe anything.
Oh my goodness. So Disney Parks announced this past week. It was like 4 or 5 days ago, though, right? So it really doesn't matter now. Okay. So they made it official. Fast Pass.
Is Fast Pass forever anything like Epcot forever? Well, yes, it literally does not exist anymore.
Epcot forever for a limited time. Yes, it could be. It could be the same thing. So Fast Pass Plus is no more. They got rid of it when they reopened for COVID.
You know, I'm noticing an extreme pattern with Disney.
What's that?
Every single service they offer now is
Plus.
generic name plus.
Plus. I knew you were going to say that.
Right. Not even generic name, one word plus. All streaming services, name of company plus.
Well, what else? Again, Hulu.
We have Hulu plus, ESPN plus, Paramount plus.
Be original, gang. Somebody out there.
Like at least Netflix was somewhat original with their naming.
Well, I was toying around with the idea of changing our group name though from WDWpov to
Moliturno Plus.
No, that's good too. I was gonna call it WDWpov Plus. I was thinking about that actually.
No, that's the Patreon subscriptions.
That's the Patreon.
You get a subscription to WDWpov Plus. What do you get? Nothing. Much like Genie Plus. All the stuff you would actually pay for, you get none of it.
Oh my goodness. So
now here's the thing. My Disneyland tickets have Fast Pass Max attached to them. Well, that's slightly more original, but okay.
That's not. Yeah. They had the. It's confusing. It's confusing. Yeah, because what you get for Disney World and Disneyland with Genie or Genie Plus.
What the heck is this thing?
Is different. It's different. Yes.
What the heck is this thing?
What thing? It's a puzzle.
Oh. Well, puzzle we're probably not really going to do.
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
You might become BDF Plus. And
I'm going to do it. You guys.
That's the included entertainment now.
Jack.
Dapper who?
That's the Dapper. It's called Dapper Plus. Dapper Plus. Yeah, and then you would pay an extra $10, I think, to get out of the park.
Even Steve knows his way out of the park.
It's going to be exit. I like that BDF exit plus to get out of the park.
You know, honestly, the DJ might actually make Steve. The DJ might make it harder for Steve to find his way out because of the noise messing up his echolocation.
So I have my wife saying we're having dinner in 6 minutes.
Yeah, the DJ might mess up Steve getting out of the park because all the noise messes up his echolocation to figure out where the exit is.
That kind of thing. Okay, so let's get serious here for 1 second. Okay, we're done. Okay, Genie Plus.
Well, married
Lightning
people
line.
do need every single direction spoon-fed to them a millistep at a time.
Exactly. So you're going to look at your app as you're
I'm not
walking out.
changing my logo. Well, make BDF Plus and paid-for service.
So WDWpov.
His echolocation is holding on to my arm.
WDWpov Plus, though, could be more than just Disney. It could be Disney Plus. Whatever else we want.
Yeah, we will no longer be discussing any Disney Plus TV shows whatsoever here. You will have to pay for the Patreon subscription to the streaming service WDWpov Plus. to get our thoughts on that.
What's for dinner? I don't know yet.
But it's in 6 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
I'm guessing she ordered something and it's probably being delivered, so it might be
or
pizza.
Maybe you're picking it up.
Or I'm picking it up, one or the other. Okay, so seriously though. So FastPass Plus gone, obliterated, no more.
There wasn't oh yeah, there was a FastPass
I enjoyed
Plus.
I mean, we enjoyed using it. We would do the 3 fast passes before we got to the parks. We would, do the advanced reservations, get the 3 fast passes. We'd try and arrange it so they were earlier in the day because once you were through with your 3 fast passes, then you could get another fast pass at the park, but not until you used up the first 3. So if you had one fast pass that was for like 7 or 8 at night, you're toast. You really don't get any use of your other additional fast passes for the day. So you had to really think about it, but we had the system down. We knew exactly what we were doing. I'm sure that Genie, poor Genie, by the way.
He is not free.
He is not free. Genie Plus. Genie's free. Poor Genie Plus is not free.
Well, either way, he's being exploited.
And I just feel sorry for Robin Williams. I mean, the name of Genie has been
FastPass Plus was horrible.
Stan, I got to disagree with you on that. We got some good use out of FastPass Plus. We had the system down pat.
Mm-hmm. You were just not smart enough to learn how to use it.
I was the runner. Okay, I was the runner. So when we finished using the FastPass,
yeah, we were grifting Disney out of fast passes.
I would look up the other rides on the My Disney Experience. I'd look at the app.
When the app worked.
When the app was working.
Before it was outsourced to India.
Anyone from India watching the show, we apologize.
I don't mean it as any offense to Indian people. I was stating a fact that it was outsourced to India.
They did. They brought in a bunch of
they fired all the people that actually made it. And then
yes, my wife's saying yes, I did that because I was psychotic. Yes, I would check out which was the ride that had the longer wait.
Sometimes the fast pass line was longer than the standby line.
Yeah, sometimes. But I would beeline it to that ride, get the fast pass for it. Then I'd beeline it back to the family group, and then we would move our way through some of the shorter lines.
You like to go with the flow and don't like to plan months in advance.
But that wasn't months in advance. I mean,
I don't see how Genie Plus is going to be much different because you're.
Well, okay, Genie. So that's how we did it.
Go with the flow, as in you get thrown random things that you don't necessarily even want.
But that's what we did. We sort of went with the flow. I mean, on that day, this ride had a longer wait, so that's the one I would run to get a fast pass for after our initial 3 were done. And then once we did that ride, then I'd go and check it out again. What's the next ride that has a good long wait that I could take advantage of the fast pass? And I'd run to that one and get my fast pass. And then eventually, well. Okay. Then in other years, and I'm going to divert here just for a split second, with Jack, and we didn't do DAS, the Disability Access Service or whatever DAS stands for exactly. I think that's what it is. There were many years we went without using it. And once Jack started getting older, we're sitting there going,
oh, we're aware you pick your things day of.
Yeah,
which is not. There's no perk of staying on property anymore.
Well, except for here
the 30 minutes.
Yeah, the 30 minutes and before,
and the 7 a.m.
And I think you get in the 7 a.m. thing, which if you did,
which I wouldn't necessarily consider that a perk.
Genie Plus, you can then try to get your lightning line things.
You will just use DAS.
So. But yeah, I'm getting to that. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so at 7 a.m., you could be there if you're on property. Everybody in their resorts are going to be boom, 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 hitting their phone up at 7 a.m. So that's going to be nuts. I hope the system stays up. I have a feeling it's probably going to crash on a number of occasions.
He didn't say he couldn't use it. He said he didn't like to plan his entire trip. Well, if you don't like planning trips out, don't plan on going to a place that requires you to plan everything out.
We didn't really. When we had the Fast Pass Plus, we didn't really plan our trips out that much other than the 3 initial Fast Passes. And sometimes we get to the park and we would delete that one off because we're like, oh, well, we can ride that without needing the fast pass. We delete it and then be able to use our.
It seems pretty versatile to me.
It was. I
know what I hate more? I don't know.
I don't know.
Paying for Genie Plus.
So we felt the Fast Pass Plus was pretty flexible. We could make changes day of, play it by ear.
Park reservation system.
Oh,
that is stupid.
Yeah. So that's, I did not mind Fast Pass Plus, and it was free. Okay. Everybody could use it, but you would, this was the funny thing. You'd get to the park, you'd use a Fast Pass line, and inevitably on almost every trip, you'd hear somebody in a standby line saying, why are those people going ahead of us on this other line? Why don't they have to wait in line like us? Everybody who went to the park had the ability to use a Fast Pass Plus. There was nothing limiting them from doing it.
You don't think the park reservation system will be around much longer, Stan? I don't see the park reservation system going away very soon. It's another way for them to limit the number of people that are even allowed into a specific park.
I hope they get rid of it.
Oh, I hope they get rid of it. Pretty much everything they've put into place.
Because you don't want to plan ahead, but that's something that just is one extra layer of having to plan ahead. Knowing literally months or maybe longer in advance that you have to say, on September 27th, I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom. On September 28th, we're going to go to Magic Kingdom. On September 29th, we're taking that day off. It's September 30th, we're going to this park. I mean, that is one extra layer of planning that I am not happy about. So anyway, let's jump to just Genie. Again, I'm going to give it a chance before I completely blow it out of the water. But if Genie works, if it actually works, and that's a big caveat there, because we know that some of the technology that Disney has put out before, like even with my Disney experience, works pretty good.
It worked
most of the time, but there were always...
Oh, he actually changed his name to BDF Plus.
Nice, BDF Plus. So Genie itself is not a bad concept.
How about getting rid of the person making all these changes?
I think she's referring to Bob Paycheck. Is that Bob Chap?
Oh, how did that get there?
I don't know. It keeps popping up randomly, just whenever. I don't know. There's some short in the system, short circuit.
Disney says they've been collecting data for years and no trends. You can't tell me they don't know how busy their parks will be.
Well, but here's the thing. Yeah, there are going to be trends. They know that certain rides get busier at certain times of the day. They know when there's a parade that the lines get shorter. They know that when it's lunchtime, the lines get shorter in some cases. They know this. And yeah,
that's why we don't eat at normal times like other people.
Right there. Just right there. He just said it right there.
So that way we're not eating at a restaurant when it's crowded, but we're also not going on rides when they're crowded.
We use our brains. Okay. Now
think, Stan. Think.
Picking on Stan again, man.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone had the opportunity to use Fast Pass, but this doesn't allow for everyone to use it.
Yeah.
And also, again, Genie Plus, ask for something outrageous, like a slot on...
Give me a slot on Rise of Resistance.
No way!
You're free, Genie. You're free. But Genie Plus?
You're paying for me, and you're still not getting that slot on Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, you got to pay extra for that one.
Honestly, that is another big problem. There are going to be attractions that possibly you literally have to pay to get on that specific attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you going to be able to get a slot on Rise of the Resistance without Genie Plus?
Well,
what are the odds of that?
I don't know. That's going to be a good question. Will you be able to just get on it using the regular, virtual line that they're doing now? We were there in February and tried twice, didn't get on it. That was our only shot for since it's been there.
Which honestly, by the time we actually get to go on it, I'm betting it's going to be so hyped up to us that it's not actually going to be as great as we think.
But so Genie in concept, if it helps you plan what restaurants are, you might be able to just walk to, You know,
my favorite Disney vacations were before Disney Plus. Well, to be fair, Disney Plus is a streaming service.
Disney Plus is the
so I don't know how that affected your Disney vacations.
I think she might be either thinking Fast Pass Plus or maybe
Genie Plus.
Not Genie Plus.
Fast Pass Plus.
Just the whole My Disney Experience thing, and you know, we used to just go to the parks. Back in the day, we'd go to the parks.
Bob Paycheck needs his final paycheck. Well, he'll get severance.
We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know where we were going to eat. How much do you think
the individual...
We just went and had a good time.
Lightning lanes will cost? I don't know.
Yeah. So,
Fast Pass Plus. You meant Fast Pass Plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
But, so we got Genie, again, concept-wise, it's free.
You can call me BDF Plus. Well, what about BDF Plus Plus?
Plus. Yeah. Think about that one, BDF.
Surging prices like Lyft. Well, I wouldn't know the surging prices on Lyft because I've never used one of those services in my life and don't plan to.
I've used them on rare occasions, but I have used them.
You know, there's this thing called owning a car that I'll try.
You do that. So if they can get it to work and Genie actually works and it helps to make suggestions.
And then they don't outsource it to India after a year and a half.
But here's what I'm wondering.
Food.
If
food.
Okay, food's here. So I guess we're going to have to cut this a little short. Here's the thing. If Genie is out there, you know, I'm looking at my app. Genie's telling me, you know, this particular line is a little short right now. What's going to happen?
Everyone's going to run to it.
Thousands of other people have that app.
And they probably have a notification saying, go to this thing.
Yeah, we suggest you go to this. We suggest you go to that. Is everybody going to go?
Or is it going to have a reverse psychology effect, meaning nobody goes to it?
Or is this app and their algorithm going to be so in your head that it knows things about you didn't know about yourself?
Well, the Magic Band's already told them everything they needed to know.
And so maybe it will tell us, hey, we know you don't really like Country Bear Jamboree. It's got a low weight, but you really don't like that anyway. But this other thing over here is a low weight. So it's going to send us over to this ride or attraction because it knows we like those better. And someone like maybe like Rick Forbes or somebody out there who we know loves Country Bear Jamboree, maybe Genie's going to say, hey, Rick, he's not even watching the show tonight, but maybe he'll catch us on the replay. Rick, Rick, Country Bear Jamboree. You should go there right now. So
it has a low weight. Never before has it had a low weight.
So maybe it'll like try to funnel some people to one ride or attraction,
charging
other
extras
people to another.
Doesn't seem to work well for Walt Disney World. Look what happened to the cabanas at Magic Kingdom, the minivans that charged double than Uber. True story. Yes. Again, every time a company offers a good or service for free and then determines that they're going to charge for it, everyone figures out
BDF Plus.
The actual thing that they're providing now, especially now that you're paying, isn't as good as when it was free.
So again, Genie, I'm not so against if it works, and if it actually keeps the lines low for most people.
Here's the biggest problem. Even with my analogy, the service might be exactly the same as when it was free, but it had an excuse to be that way because you were getting it for free. Everyone had access to it. Now you're paying for it. It's the same level of quality. And you remember what it was like when it was free.
When it was free. You still have that in your head, free.
And it was a good service when it was free.
Stan didn't seem to like it.
But
we got it. We got a lot out of it.
But still, it was free.
It was.
And now that you're paying for it, it's still on the same level as when it was free, which it has no excuse to be.
Well, the
level of quality that it is now.
The excuse is that they put so much time and money and effort into Genie and Genie Plus and the Lightning Line and all this new stuff that they're throwing out at us that they have to charge for it because of all the investment they put into it.
Which is not an excuse because it's the same level of quality as it was before.
Comes back to the shareholders, the guys on the chair.
We're talking about our stockholders, Bob. Who's helping them out, huh?
Oh my! So,
wait, we're talking. Who's helping them out? Bob Paycheck.
Bob Paycheck. Yes. So, Genie Plus, I'm a little bit not as much for, mainly because of what he's saying. I still have that in my head. FastPass Plus.
It was free.
Everybody got it. Everybody was on an even playing field. If they knew about it, if they knew how to work it, if they knew how to use it in combination with the My Disney Experience app, especially, you could really take advantage of the FastPass Plus system. And
it isn't even going to work.
And get on tons of rides.
You're right, because they didn't even keep it in house. They just outsourced it to India immediately.
Now, I'm going to say this, Disney, from what I've seen, at least from what I've seen, as far as DAS, the disability service, okay?
We got to go soon.
I know we
there's food.
We got to eat. 2 things that they say are coming soon, okay? Exciting new features, which I actually am somewhat excited about. Again, basically what they're doing is they're giving you the opportunity. Right now, what you have to do is, if you haven't been to Disney recently, you have to go back in. You have to bring the person who the DAS is associated with.
Well, you don't have to bring the person who's associated with it right now.
Well, you have to bring them.
You have to bring a party member who is connected to them.
No. I'm talking about to get signed up in the first place.
Well, yeah.
Before you start any day in the park, you have to go to like a guest services area, and they take a picture of that person. They basically just it's pretty painless thing.
Now, here's the downside.
But it takes about, depending on the lines and stuff, could take 10,
Mary
20,
just
30
summed
minutes.
up everything you were about to say in like 2 comments.
Okay. What they're allowing you to do now is you can get registered before your trip. They will do a guest service cast member will do a remote call with you, take the picture remotely.
My kids are going to say, Mommy, why do those kids get to skip the line and we are getting sunburnt? They are the rich kids. Sorry. Well, Holly, I'm sure your kids are just as bright and just as smart as those rich kids.
Yeah. Did that happen 4 or 5 days ago? Didn't that happen 4 or 5 days ago? Why are you even? It doesn't matter. Why are you even asking me this? Okay, I'm sorry. So
going to the ride was very hard, but here's the upside: if the system was down, you could get a paper slip and you could just keep stacking those up.
Oh,
so man. Doing it through the app, you can't do that anymore.
Sometimes when the system was down, they would just say, they'll just let you in. Because,
if the system is down through the app, you can't get anything then.
Right. Or they'd give us a paper slip or something.
No, I'm saying now that they're doing it through the app, if the system is down, you can't do anything then. Which means the system won't work whatsoever.
Well, I'm sure they'll manually.
As long as it was 4 or 5 days ago, none of it matters. Thank you, Holly. You're catching on.
We got somebody who picked that one up.
They did, but they didn't always have those. That's true. But again, through the app, like I'm saying, the major downside will be when the system's down, you can't get any return times.
Well, no, but you know what they do? They give you a little paper slip.
But you're not going directly to the attraction anymore. You're doing it through the app and not going to the attraction.
That's a good point. And then that's what the other couple of things here is that
isn't waiting in the queue part of the attraction? Well,
if you want to wait in the queue.
Well, if you want to pretend to play with shadows, maybe.
It works sometimes and doesn't other times. Peter Pan. Anyway, the other couple things about the DAS, let me finish up real quick here because we have food waiting for us. You can actually get 2 advanced DAS ride selections before you get to the parks. I think it's two days prior to your day at that park. So that's a cool thing. So you can actually it's almost like the FastPass Plus.
They have to have a backup. Well,
where you can do it ahead of time.
I don't think they care.
Yeah, Mary.
I would rather walk to the attractions than spending $120 extra.
Well, what could happen is like right now. Okay, and so the other thing is the same day selection. So you can do same day returns, but you don't have. I used to be the runner with DAS. It was similar to doing the FastPass Plus. I would run ahead to that attraction while my family was back at, say, Tomorrowland or something, and I'd run all the way over to Adventureland, or I'd run all the way over to Frontierland or whatever.
At the time, he had the longest legs.
I'm still pretty fast, and I would walk fast. How's that? I would walk fast.
I have no runner.
Go to the. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mary. I would go to that ride or attraction. I'd get the FastPass, or I'd get the DAS return time, and then go back and meet the family. And then we'd ride a couple other rides while we waited for that one. Short lines.
I'd like dinner.
But now you can do it through the app. So you can just go right into the app and say, I want a Splash Mountain.
Well, by the time this thing even exists, Splash Mountain
at least while it's still there. You can do Splash Mountain. I don't have to run all the way across the park. I could stay with my family, have a little bit more family time. That I like. That's a good thing, Disney. Thank you for that. We're gonna have to cut it a little short, though. Like I said, we've got some dinner waiting for us. It's probably getting cold.
Whatever it is.
But Genie Plus, I'm still a little leery. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it next week. And then the whole lightning line thing. So you got Genie Plus. Wait, you got to pay for to get on some of the rides.
Jeff pushed old ladies and children out of the way as he ran. He misses those days. Is Stan sure he's not talking about himself?
I don't know. He could be. He could be. No, I was very cautious. I was very careful. Like I said, I walked.
You pulled a Costanza, I'm sure.
I did not push people around. But yeah, so Genie Plus, you got to pay for it. But it doesn't get you onto every ride. It only gets you onto like sort of the low to medium type rides. Doesn't get you onto the big blockbuster, e-ticket rides or whatever you want to call them. So that's where
also known as Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance, I think Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, things like that.
How is that still?
It's
so
still
popular.
It still is. So it's a good ride.
I know it is, but it's just
so
really?
Then you got to do the lightning round. I know it sounds like a game show. The lightning line. I'm calling it the lightning round. But yeah, so you got the lightning line. It's just so confusing. Anyway, we'll talk more. You guys get the gist of it, though. I think we got to go and eat dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready? We're gonna wrap this up in just a few seconds. And he's burping. He's burping out loud on the air.
My mouth was covered.
But you were still pretty loud.
It was 4 or 5 seconds ago. It doesn't matter.
Okay. You ready to sing it out? And then we'll get
Bob Paycheck.
Bob Paycheck.
Have you mentioned your review?
Oh, no, I did not. Okay. See, I'm trying to get out of here. Okay. Now my wife is causing me to stay 1 second longer. Okay. So please, if you get a
test
chance,
track a lightning lane attraction and not Frozen or Soarin'. The logic, what?
Okay, I got to find it here. So
that's our answer, Stan.
Okay, here's the deal, guys. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, here's the deal. For the Disney Couples Podcast, like I said, we're not doing a show tonight. My wife was really busy today. We didn't have time to prep a show and get everything ready. However, if you get a chance to listen to us on Apple, I still just have the one episode, our first Mickey and Minnie episode that we had out there. I'm going to get more posted this week. I'm going to try and catch up and get all 5 or whatever episodes we have of that. However, please, if you get a chance,
we need to figure out who this is.
If you get a chance, go. We are on Apple. We're on, I think, Amazon. We're on. Oh my goodness, we're on most of the major players.
We're basically supplying for Jeff Bezos to fly into space more.
Libsyn. What else is there? Anyway, we're on most of the Deezer or something like that. It's ones I don't even know.
Geezer.
It's Geezer. Yeah, it's Geezer. It's for me. It's called Geezer. No, Deezer. But if you go to Apple, please leave us a review.
We need to figure out.
5-star review would be what we'd want. If you're going to leave less than a 5-star review, don't do it. But we got one review. This is on August 10th. We got our first review. It's our only one so far, but it's a 5-star review. Do you want to hear what it says? This is very interesting. And you'll be able to see this if you go to the reviews on our Apple podcast for Disney Couples Podcast. Just look up WDWpov in Apple, in the Apple podcast, and you should be able to find us. WDWpov, just like everything else. Okay, here's the review. 5-star.
Who left it? Yeah, who left it is the better question.
We want to know who left it.
We
if
need
it's
to know
one of you out here in the audience.
Who is Greyhounds 14?
Greyhounds 14. Private message us maybe and let us know.
Or just say it out loud here.
Okay, here's the review. The title is
Mom and Dad did a great job on their podcast.
Thank you, Holly.
I think she's implying that I did that. No, I didn't even listen to it.
Here's the review. Jeff is hot.
5 stars.
5 stars. Okay, here's the body of it now. Anyone else want to see more Jeff? Much, much more? The guy is magnetic and unbelievably handsome.
And remember, this is audio only.
This is a podcast. Now maybe they watched the show, maybe they watched the
But we need to figure out who Greyhound
video
14 is.
And then in all capital letters, the last part, give me more Jeff.
GMMJ. That wasn't me.
This is a little scary.
Jeff wrote that for himself.
No, I did not. I
don't think he could even come up with something that ridiculous. You know, it wasn't me. Canadian reviews don't show up in the U.S.
Oh,
mind you, that does sound like me.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so at the time.
Now we know Stan's true feelings for Jeff.
Now I was able to narrow down. I'm not going to say anything, but I was able to narrow down.
Who came up with the username Greyhounds 14? Is a better question.
What's Greyhounds 14? If you do a search for it, an actual person's name comes up. It's probably a fake profile because there's only like one person that's following them. It's a fake.
Must have been Holly. Let's just accuse everyone while we're at it.
Anyway,
Bob Paycheck.
And Bob Paycheck. Yes. This guy right here. This is the guy who gave the review. Anyway, so if you happen to be that person,
please come forward. There will be no repercussions.
Yes, I'm just curious. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. It's good. Anyway, that was interesting to read as our first official podcast review.
It's always interesting to see that one review for that thing. Yeah. Anything.
So please flood it with reviews.
It was Steve. Flood
it with 5-star reviews. Yeah, maybe he did his voice to text and it didn't come out the way he meant it to.
Jeff is completely blushing from the review he wrote himself.
Yes, I am. No, I did not write it. I did not type it. I did not say it until I just read it out loud here. But anyway, 5-star reviews. We appreciate them out there.
Preferably not as creepy.
Preferably not quite as creepy. Yes. Okay, you ready to sing this out? Let's get out of here and let's get something to eat. Ready? A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Burping again. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, see you real soon. KEY, why? Because we like you. MOUSE.
This computer is like 4 hours ahead of us, so it's counting the StreamYard as like 4 hours longer.
Yeah, the clock on this one computer over here is off. Thank you, Mary. We will enjoy dinner. I have no idea what it is, but
it's food. I'll enjoy it.
Thanks for joining us tonight, and hopefully, if we're not real busy, we will see you again next Monday night. We got lots of Canfield Fair preparation stuff still going on. We've got pigs to bring to the fair on Tuesday next week and goats on Tuesday next week. So we might be a little busy that Monday night. We'll see. But we hope to see you that night. And thanks for being here and have a magical week.